Innocence is a great thing to hold on to. Your innocence keeps you from going down the wrong path and allows you to hold on to your childhood. However, as time goes on, we start to lose the innocence inside us when faced with corrupted ideals that such things as alcohol and drug abuse are normal actions of high schoolers. Similar to how current children lose their innocence through substance abuse, the characters of William Golding's realistic fiction Lord of the Flies' loss of innocence can be tracked by how they change physically and mentally. The loss of innocence can be tracked in the physical change appearance of the boy's dirty nails, painted faces, and tangled hair. Additionally, how the boys act shows a mental loss of innocence seen in the conch, each other's loss of innocence, and the treatment of each other. When the boys first arrive on the island, they shed their school/choir sweaters, which they had to wear. This action shows the initial loss of innocence as the boys become more naked, which is a trait usually associated with animals. Some boys, such as Jack, become fully naked and were crawling around the forest acting like an animal. The boys become more knowledgeable on how to survive on the island, and this idea of gaining knowledge of the island is a parallel to the story of Adam and Eve. It becomes clear through the boys' dirty hair and long nails that a clear and substantial amount of time has passed as they had been on the island. The boys' hair becomes longer, and they are sweaty, and their bodies start to arch, and they have claw-like fingernails, as animals do, showing loss of innocence. According to Golding on page 108, Ralph dreams to have a bath and a proper waffalo of soap and a toothbrush to brush his teeth with. As the boys kill the pig, they become drenched in the blood of the pig, showing the loss of innocence. The boy's skin also becomes burnt in a deep shade of red, which represents how the island has been made evil by the boys' destruction. In addition, Jack's tribe has painted faces. Their painted faces act as a mask, hiding their innocence with a savage face. The boys' innocence is what makes them who they are, and at this point, the boys aren't looking like what they used to. Washed and brushed hair, according to Golding on page 107, have lost so much of their innocence that they are symbolized and unable to recognize one another, at the point that they do not recognize Simon, their own friend, and mistake him for a beast as they kill him. When the boys first arrive at the island, their innocence makes them feel the need to have an adult. In this case, they choose a leader. Ralph is eventually chosen as leader over Jack because he is the conch. The conch is initially a sign of innocence, showing the colors of pink and white, which symbolize innocence and childish actings. The conch has throughout had power and holds the tribe in civilization. The conch is given the rule that whoever holds it is able to talk at the tribe's meeting. And the conch continues to be a power symbol the boys follow. Whenever it is blown, the boys will always come. When Ralph was dreaming and thinking of home and his books, his parents, his toys, he was holding the conch because this draws him towards his innocence and his civilization. Later, as the boys start to feel the need to hunt and kill because they are fearing the beast, they start to lose their connection to the conch and feel it is less important. Later on in the story, when Ralph and Piggy go to Jack's tribe to get Piggy's glasses back and Sam and Eric, Ralph brings the conch, hoping it may still have power over the boys, though the conch ends up falling off the cliff and shattering into pieces, destroyed, symbolizing the boys' innocence is destroyed along with the conch and Piggy. Ralph's loss of innocence. Innocence is not just quickly lost, but it is our human desire to want to be more satisfied, which draws us to savagery. An example of this is on page 112, when Ralph flashes back to his former life filled with snow, sugar, and cream. In addition to Ralph's desire to want to be clean and bathe, shows how his innocence is not just lost in an instant, but he tries to hold on to it. For an example, when he bites down his nails, keeping his claws down and not growing them out to be a savage. Piggy's loss of innocence. Piggy is first portrayed as innocent, being fat, with glasses, desperately wanting an adult on the island to help guide the boys. But he then loses his innocence with the civilization and destruction of the island by Jack. When Jack steals Piggy's glasses and they break and are destroyed, civilization is lost, and anything that Piggy held on to of civilization and his innocence is gone. Simon's loss of innocence. Simon's hair turns black, which could possibly be a representation of the loss of innocence. But Simon's character could also be a representation of innocence because he has a connection with nature and the Holy Spirits, such as God, as seen when he goes to his private place to console himself, similar to God. Jack and the rest of the boys' loss of innocence. They are quick to lose their innocence because Jack, who is not very innocent from the start, persuades the boys into hunting and being savages, making them feel that they need to do this to survive. This is a parallel to Golding's main message that anyone could become a savage or a Nazi, even British choir boys who are innocent.